What is going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Legion of Raw. I am here with the man himself, the one who knows how to write go-home shows to Monday Night Raw. He is Vince Russo.
What is going on, Dr. Chris? Bro, I've had a... man, since Saturday, man, it never gets humid in Colorado, and it's been as humid as it could be the last couple of days. And when that happens, it affects like my allergies. Bro, I've had vertigo, something awful since freaking Saturday, man. I got up 2:00 yesterday morning. I couldn't even walk, bro. Freaking horrible. Man. But I powered through it, bro. I powered through it. I watched this show. I took notes. Bro, you know what I really don't understand? As I'm watching the end of this show, and I'm watching, Gunther and Priest battle it out, and I'm watching the fans not knowing who to cheer and who to boo. I don't understand, bro, why they didn't make a decision. I don't know why they didn't make somebody a babyface and somebody a heel. Bro, I'll never forget, man. It was the Highway to Hell in SummerSlam. Yeah. And it was Taker against Austin. And this was, bro, I think this was the one and only time I literally raised my voice to Vince McMahon. Because what happened, Chris, was Taker and Austin were such good friends and good buddies that they wanted to have like a baby face match. They didn't want there to be a heel and a baby face. And I remember, bro, it was Madison Square Garden. And I got into an argument because, listen, Vince was right because the level with Taker and Austin, you got to do what they want. He was right about that. But I got so hot at Vince because I'm like, bro, this is New York, Madison Square Garden. They want to cheer for somebody and they want to boo. They don't want a babyface match. I respect these guys are buddies and they want a babyface. So here we are again, bro. Yes. We've got Damian Priest and we've gotten Gunther. We've had so many weeks to make one the babyface and one the heel. But for whatever reason, they didn't make that commitment. So now there is a big match happening on SummerSlam where nobody really gives a crap about the outcome of it, bro. I don't understand that type of booking, Chris.
I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. And here, what makes it worse for me is that you know how I am about heel face dynamic and the importance of that. Even with two baby faces, and I get what you're saying as far as just the SummerSlam match and the two baby faces, and there needs to be a dynamic there. I'm cool with that. There's some rare occasions, like I'm even fine if the story is if the story tells itself. I'm fine with two baby faces because, like I told you before, if it's booked as if you have two baby faces that they're the leaders of their own universe, like the Batman versus Superman, basically. That type of dynamic. Right. Two universes, two leaders of their own universes collide. That makes a really cool, colossal type of match with the story being well. Of course, you have like a Hogan Warrior. You know, that was really good. And so I'm fine with that if the story if the story allows it to be interesting enough. But to me, when there's two heels, that's like two villains of the universe. Like people want both of them. Like you're not cheering anybody. You just want them to go away and be destroyed by a babyface.
And Chris, the problem is, here's the problem. Neither one of them are really heels.
Correct. Yeah,
they're not doing anything. I mean, Sami, I still can't believe Gunther's coming off of losing to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Priest is playing in a clubhouse with a bunch of clowns.
Yes.
Neither one of them is really a heel either. What have either one of these two guys done dastardly to get heat? Nothing.
Nothing. I mean, since winning the King of the Ring, and people were cheering Gunther when he won the King of the Ring, for the past few months, he's had video promos, been out for several months. I mean, it's been out for several weeks, kind of cooled off and waited till the Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, and he comes back, and then he calls Damian Priest street trash, tries to get the heat with that and said everybody else is street trash. What a very just Bush League, just weak way to try to get heat. And then you have, okay, you're trying to make Damian Priest a babyface in this dynamic. Then you have him beat a babyface in Braun Strowman, and you still have him be affiliated with someone who gets the most heat, which is Dominic Mysterio. And there's not even any seed being planted, any type of friction with Judgment Day. For the past few weeks, about a month or two ago, there was with him and Finn, but see, even that's cooled off. They haven't even teased that anymore.
Yeah, and again, bro, to continue the telegraphing, bro. Okay, bro. So Liv supposedly wrecked the clubhouse, but Liv's not on the show.
She's not there. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. I bet you Dominic did that, bro. So it looked like that. I can't believe the way this company is telegraphing freaking everything, bro. It makes zero sense. Why wasn't Liv there? And then when she's approached by Rhea or whatever, she denies doing it.
Correct.
But the fact that we're supposed to believe she did that and she's not in the building?
Yeah, exactly.
How'd she do that then, bro? Telekinesis?
Right. She had the Wyatt Sicks do it for her.
The Wyatt Sicks. Oh my God. Chris, not even we could have predicted how short a window they would have killed this. I would have never dreamed in a million years they would have killed it this quickly.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Like I always say, how does it translate to a match? And we saw it, and we'll get to it. All right, let's get to these super chat. Star Trekker. We have $7.99. Why it's confused, or why it's mystical beings? If so, explain smoke. If normal guys in their contract, as Adam said, they do they sneak in smoke machines to Raw? I think if there's one thing that could have been the beginning of the end of the Wyatt Sicks, it was Adam Pearce saying, "Oh, I know they're under contract."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. Yep.
Beginning of the end, man. We have Hannibal, $5. Hated the comment the Wyatt Sicks being under contract. Did we ever say Kane was under contract a month after he debuted? Great point. Great point, man. We have Dez, $4.99. So rumor has it Roman may not return at SummerSlam. I hope he does. And Gunther Priest buildup is weak. God bless you too. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. That's right.
Yes, yes,
man.
sir.
No wonder why you're so such a light to this show. Star Tracker 799. Our Judgment Day, a youth group. They act like it portrayed as kids.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. See, we're not saying this, bro. It's Sports Kita.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. They're watching the same thing we're watching, bro.
Correct. The SK Nation concurs with us. We're not alone. I think it's important to realize how trivial and childish a lot of this stuff has been booked, man. So, all right, let's get into the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre face-off. Seth Rollins, the fans just was super confused. Seth is kind of getting heat, then he's kind of going against Drew, and it was just all over the place.
First of all, bro, he's dressing like an absolute moron and a clown. He's wearing the Jerry Seinfeld puffy shirt now. Okay, a big pop.
Yep.
Yeah, and guys, that's exactly what it is. That just so you understand that, bro. He puts that on in the locker room, and then he comes out and prances around, and everybody pops.
Yep.
So they do that crap to get over with each other. Meanwhile, you look like a clown, bro, and you look like an arse clown. Okay, I'm not going to say the other word because I don't want to insult Dr. Chris, so I'm going to use the England definition. The England arse. You look like an arse clown. Then, bro, you guys want to carry on about Vince McMahon scripting promos. I wish Vince McMahon scripted this promo, bro. This promo was all over the place. It absolutely sucked, bro, with all freaking parties involved. It went on for about 18 minutes. It went nowhere. It ends with the 5-cent bracelet again at the end. This was hot garbage. Raju, are you getting all this? This was hot garbage, bro, for everybody involved. Whoever wrote it, whoever produced it, whoever starred in it. Hot garbage. Again, bro, for years, we beat up Vince McMahon with his scripted promos. Now you're telling pros, bro, there ain't no script. Just go out there and improvise. Well, bro, that's what you're getting, man. You're getting improvisation, and this promo was horrible. Yeah. Horrible, bro.
Yeah. And you can tell too, because I think Drew is doing some of his best work this year. And the very fact that him and Punk were clashing when they were trying to talk and respond to Seth, at least, and I was critical about the promos being scripted. But even if from a production standpoint, okay, Drew, you're going to say something first, then you'll talk, then CM Punk, you go. And even if there was some freedom there, but they kept bumping heads trying to talk while Seth was, talking about both of them. It was just a cluster mess.
This was brutal, bro. This was brutal, man.
And this is the last impression for all the months that you put into this feud.
Yeah.
This is the last impression that you want to
make. Bro. He's holding a $2 bracelet in your face. Oh,
that's the go home impression that you want to leave. We got Gino, $2. Seth should be in that Olympics opening trash.
You're right, bro. You are right, Gino. You're right. He would have fit right in there, bro, with those other characters. He would have fit right in there, bro.
Good point, man. Michael, $4.99. Busted Open Radio is debuting a Raw review show tonight with Tommy Dreamer, but it won't be critical. They love everything.
Don't get me started with that.
We got Dez, $1.99. Vince Russo, did you enjoy working with Vincent?
Of course I did. I'd be lying if I said I didn't, because I'm a guy like Dr. Chris. We like to be challenged, man. We like to work with people who try to get everything out of us, and Vince McMahon surely did that. So working with him, bro, it was a great experience. I would never say anything different.
Nice. Awesome sauce, $5. Vince, I know you're a Rihanna fan like I am, but my question is, do you also dance by yourself to Rude Boy, or is that the only me? Is that only me and Need to Find Friends?
I've definitely done that. Awesome sauce. Rated R is like my top 3 favorite albums of all time, and that's the album you will find Rude Boy on. I dance, bro, in front of the mirror to the entire album, bro, not just Rude Boy, bro.
There you go. All right, next we get the Creed brothers defeating Otis and Tozawa. Dupree jumps on Gable, and then Gable and corners. Otis gets attacked. Maxine Dupree jumps on Gable to try to stop, does the whole fighting pose. And of course, that was going to lead to the Wyatt Sicks. But this time, they come in the ring. But before that, they unveil their masks. Even before Gacy and Loomis's VHS tape. We only get Eric Rowan's VHS tape, but they're like, screw it. Let's just fast forward all this. And then oddly, they do Loomis's tape after this. But they unmask Loomis, Gacy, Rowan. They attack the Creed brothers. Gable slides out, backs up the aisle, and then, of course, Uncle Howdy is there. It's a time for Joey. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. Wyatt Sicks, you didn't mess up. You got a Joey on this one.
Time out, Joey. Time out, Joey.
Chris, because I love you, because we're brothers from different mothers, I'm going to give you a pass on this.
Oh, what I missed?
Because you use the word attack. You use the word attack. Bro, after a 3-month buildup, here's what happened, okay? After a 3-month buildup, they take their masks off.
Yes.
And Chris, there was no attack. They hit the Beverly Brothers with wrestling moves, bro.
Yes.
They hit them with wrestling moves. There was no attack. There was no torture.
They attacked them with wrestling moves.
Yeah, there was no weapons. Bro, they hit them with never in my wildest dreams would I have believed that they could have killed this gut. Never.
Yeah, they do all of a sudden these mystery characters from the gutters of your mind, from the inner abyss, the darkest places of your mind. They know how to do Uranagi. Like, it's just
unbelievable.
Somehow in the dark recess of your mind, you're thinking Uranagi. Like,
hey guys, if you want to know how ridiculous this really is, bro, listen, go back. Listen, just think of Jason Voorhees. You could think of Freddy Krueger. You could think of Michael Myers, and just think of, rather than torture people, they just hit them with wrestling moves.
Yes.
They're just gonna hit you with wrestling moves, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Yes.
So basically, what we've said all along, me and Chris have both said this all along, bro. They're just gonna be wrestlers on the card.
Yes.
So, bro, basically what we've got now is, here's what we've got now after 3 months. And bro, it's been much longer than 3 months, Chris, with all the little teases.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we got 3 wrestlers with really cool costumes.
Yep.
That's what you got, bro. You got 3 wrestlers with really cool costumes. Okay, that's what we got after 3 months of a buildup.
And what's so crazy about this, and this is something I did not understand. SummerSlam is supposed to stand out, to look like it's must see. It's clearly must see. All roads lead to SummerSlam, right? You have the Damage Control, like Kai and DeVille. You have Gable and the Wyatt Sicks. And there was another one too that's pushed that went through SummerSlam and is going to the next week. Like they were plugging matches through SummerSlam as we're just ignoring SummerSlam, and we're going to have a match for next week's Raw instead of like that doesn't make sense. Okay, how about you? How about you and I? Why don't you say SummerSlam? Because wouldn't that make sense that you want the big payoff for SummerSlam? Why are you announcing if you are challenging them to a match with Adam Pearce? Wouldn't it make sense that you would want the SummerSlam payoff and say us against SummerSlam, us against them on SummerSlam? But they were like, yeah, how about we do it next week on Raw? I don't understand as far as just payoffs are concerned. And help me understand that just from, a booking standpoint, Vince, from back in your day. Wouldn't Vince kind of full stop at SummerSlam since you're really trying to
you would have had you would have had, and it would not have been in a wrestling ring, bro. It would have been in the House of Horrors, whatever.
Yeah.
For the first time at SummerSlam, you were going to see the Wyatt Sicks and the Beverly Brothers and Chad Gable. We're going to have to meet them on their ground at the House of Horrors. Then you would have saw special effects, bro, very much like Taker / AJ. You would have saw torture. You would have saw really, really cool stuff. But no, bro, the week before SummerSlam, they're going to debut and they're going to wrestle a match
at the next Raw. Like that doesn't make any sense to me, man. You're the payoff on this is a Raw. Like Raw is like you're getting over 1.5 million to 2 million people a week, and why in the world would you want to make this whole thing VHS tapes and everything? You wouldn't want to hype this for Raw? And Raw has been struggling every week.
I'll tell you why. Because, Chris, no matter what they put on, they're going to have close to 2 million people every week. Period. And that's all they want. That's all that matters. We get close to our 2 million people. You guys can book whatever you want to book.
Right now, there are 7 matches scheduled for a 4-hour pay-per-view. So you're going to have to stretch all those matches out.
Let me see if I can name them.
Yep.
And I watch every show. Mm-hmm. Cody and Solo.
Yes.
Gunther and Priest.
Yep.
Sammy and Breaker.
Yep. We just talked about one. Open the show.
Oh, yeah. Rollins is a guest referee. We got McIntyre and Punk. That's 4. And there's 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
God, bro, I don't even know what they are.
2 women's matches.
I have no idea.
We talked about one person should have been there.
Oh, yeah, Liv and Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, I got no idea.
Bailey and Nia Jax.
Oh, that's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah. And then LA Knight and Logan Paul. Yeah. 7 matches. You're so you want to do so theoretically every match is going to be 20 to 30 minutes. If you have to stretch this out to 4 hours, man, every match is going to be about a half an hour.
And I hate to break the really bad news for you, Chris. Guess who got roped into doing a post SummerSlam show, bro?
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Vince Russo will be doing a live show, post SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. Catch it here. Is it on WrestleBinge or is it on the actual Sportskeeda channel?
I have no idea, bro.
Wow, man. That's huge. That's huge. So, yeah, man. Congratulations, Vince Russo.
Thank you.
We got Stephen McCool reacts $2. That's gonna be Kane because I signed him earlier.
That's good. That would have been great, Steven. Very good.
Yes,
Very, very good.
Very
nice.
We have T Roy 499. I was reading Punk's wants a 10+ year contract with WWE and wants to run NXT when he's done. Thoughts? Love the show. Go Pack. Go Brew Crew. What do you think?
Hey, I mean, if he can get it, get it. You know what I'm saying, Chris? I mean, why not, bro? If that's what he wants to do and that's what he can get from the company, go for it, man.
I'm with that too. I mean, you know, he's not gonna go back to AEW. I mean, so and he's not gonna make, you know, TNA is not gonna, break the bank for him. So which they shouldn't. I mean, TNA's doing a wonderful job, you know, being an alternate brand with who they have. And so I do think really that's all you got left is just kind of landing your career in WWE. He didn't have much left. He's 46 years old. You know what I mean? So he'll be 46. And so I think for him running NXT, well, Michaels, I mean, for the foreseeable future, he's going to run NXT. Do you think that because when Triple H was running NXT, Michaels was like the associate, leader? Do you see Punk being like the guy under Michaels? You don't think they'll get along?
Never happen. Never happen in a million.
That seems like a really frictiony dynamic.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen unless Rock comes in and Triple H and Shawn are both gone.
There you go. But Punk hasn't never really been known as to be a company guy, man. Do you give him that big of a contract and make him head over NXT? Like creatively, we don't know Punk's creative ability. You know what I mean? To even give him that spot. You had something to say?
I hope it's nothing. I hope his creative ability is nothing like we saw tonight.
Yeah,
that's all I hope.
Yeah. That would be that wouldn't be a good interview. It's a way to start your interview, that's for sure. We got Rollin 999. I'm at work and I miss Raw again. Honestly, I forgot the Raw was on. I remember in high school from 1997 to 2001, the entire 4 years of the Attitude Era, Raw, SmackDown, and Heat were all must-see TV. Yeah, they were, man.
I love, man. I swear to God, I have such fond memories, Roland, of, man, bro. Chris, do you remember TV when you looked forward to seeing your favorite show every week? That was like so awesome. You really looked forward to the next episode. Those days are over, bro. They're gone, man.
I loved watching television when I was a kid.
Me too, man. You would run home from school and you would put on that TV and you would have your set schedule every single day, man. I remember way back, bro. The soap opera Dark Shadows, man, with Barnabas Collins, and it was on right after school, bro. Like, you literally, guys, you would get off that school bus and run home.
Yeah. I used to do that every day. I would get off. I would get off the bus, run home, and I would catch Global Wrestling Federation, GWF, and I would catch Pressure Luck with the whammy every day, man. So that was my go-to every day. Global on ESPN and Pressure Luck every day, man. So yep, I agree with you 100%. Star Tracker $5. What's the logic of a no DQ match? If I was in one, I just bring a tranquilizer gun for every match. Makes no sense.
I might use that at Rocky Mountain Pro, Star Tracker. I like that. I might steal that idea from you. The old tranquilizer gun. I love
tranquilizer. That. Yes, indeed. Yeah. ACW Online $10. Does Nia Jax need to change her finish because she's losing weight? She is slimmer weekly, and the bonsai drop only works when she is thick. I mean, she's still heavier.
Yeah, I think she's always going to be thick, bro, with that Samoan blood, and she's just big boned. I mean, she's a big woman, man. I think she's a big woman, man.
Yeah, she's been she she I like how she roasts herself on Twitter, man. She because she used to model, and she had a tweet saying I need to do more cardio or something like that from a while ago. It was one of her modeling pics. And she's a beautiful lady now, but when when she was thinner, she did a before and after, and somebody did a before and after. She retweeted it, and she was like, man, I hear this. Then and now, and she says the D word. I gotta go do more cardio. Is what she said. So,
Oh wow, yeah.
oh, come on! Oh, it's not doing that. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, we see it. Yeah, we definitely.
And there she was. Yeah,
man,
so,
bro. You talk about cringe, man. I don't know if you watch
there we go. It's a little better. Yeah. So she was thinner.
I don't know if you watch SmackDown. Oh my, her and Bailey was cringe, bro. Like absolutely cringe.
So I see like highlights that like throughout the socials if I'm on Facebook or something. I saw something about like the BBL comment that she made to Bailey. Did you see that?
I don't even remember it. It was so forgettable.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
This was this past week, or was
this past week? Yeah.
Gotcha. What did she say to her? You remember?
It just like it was their first program in the wrestling business. Nia Jackson kept getting lost, so all she kept coming back to was, "I am the queen. I am your queen. I am the queen of the WWE. I am your queen. I am the king." Oh my God, bro! Please stop this.
Again, we were criticizing Vince McMahon when he wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. You got what you want now, guys. You got exactly what you want, bro.
Sure enough. We have Bronson Reed and Sheamus, Pete Dunne. Bronson Reed defeating Sheamus. Pete Dunne attacking Sheamus with a shillelagh. Again, no payoff. No, this is another feud that's going through SummerSlam and not to SummerSlam. So why should we be excited for SummerSlam being full stop? Like, this is must see. Everything stops here. This is the culmination. But so many of these feuds are going through the pay-per-view. Same thing with Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods. All of these are going through the pay-per-view. It makes no sense to me, man.
Bro, I got to tell you, man, the one thing about, somebody asking me about Vince McMahon, earlier. Bro, the one thing about Vince that was freaking awesome was, bro, I would pitch him like an entire show, and everything I pitched, he could see it in his head. Mm-hmm. He could see it. He could see everything. I don't think they see this in their head. I really don't. I mean, Vince was able to envision the beginning of the match, the middle, the end. He was able to see it all. Mm-hmm. And then when it played out, bro, it would play out exactly the way he saw. This stuff can't be playing out the way Triple H is envisioning it. Mm. If it is, I mean, like, what is Triple H seeing at the end of Raw? What is he seeing at the end of Raw? I'm seeing two guys fighting that nobody cares about.
Yeah, two heels.
What is he seeing? What is he seeing?
Three heels, really, because there was a heel versus heel main event of a tag team champion who's not even being booked to SummerSlam again. Like, there's absolutely nothing going on in the Raw tag team division right now. So that takes him away. And so a tag team champion, which should be involved in SummerSlam in some way, who's a heel, is going against another heel for the heel to attack the heel post-match to get heat for another heel to come and attack him. And the fans are like, I'm over it. I don't even know what to do.
That's a part of this, guys, because I still actively write. When you're writing this stuff, you're seeing it.
Mhm.
You're seeing it, and bro, what you're seeing is the crowd response. You're seeing this because you want them to respond a different way. You don't want them to respond that I don't care.
Yes,
That's not the response you're looking for.
exactly. We got Russ Hill, $2. Jorge Soleil traded to Braves.
Are you
Tough year.
serious, Wes? Is that true, bro? Hold on, let me look this up real quick, man, on my phone. Are you serious, man?
Trade.
He helped them win the World Series, bro.
July 30th, 2000. Let me see. San Francisco. Yep. 5 minutes ago, according to.
What did they get, West? What they get, Chris? What they get back?
So MLB insider Robert Murray said that's Giants trading outfielder Jorge Soleil and reliever Luke Jackson to the Braves, according to a source familiar with the deal. Jeff Passan has Soleil to Atlanta first, and so they haven't.
Well, we don't know what we got back in return, bro.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, man.
Nope. Lane Thomas is going to the Guardians.
Tomorrow the deadline's at 6:00 Eastern tomorrow, man. They're gonna be a lot. Wow, that's a shocker to me though. Wes, thanks for telling me that because I did not know.
Yeah, interesting. Dodgers getting Michael Kopech. Fam. Yeah. Interesting. Lots of trades going on for the deadlines up.
Yeah.
We got Taval, $5. What was Seth wearing at the start of the show? I had to change the channel, to be honest. He has an interesting style, man. He has a very interesting style. What next we have? Priest cutting a video promo. So they did a promo for Priest, Breaker,
Gunther,
Liv, Gunther,
Rhea Ripley,
and Rhea. Yeah. So they're squeezing all these promos in right before the big pay-per-view, as if that's supposed to get us much more excited. Why didn't you had plenty of time to stretch this stuff out, man? I just don't. You have 3 hours on Raw.
Yep.
And you have several weeks. I mean, when was the Clash of the Castle, right?
Yeah.
That was when 2024. That was June the 15th. Now, what was it? What was Money in the Bank, right? Money in the Bank. Yeah, Money in the Bank was last. Money in the Bank, and that was July the 6th. So you have a month to stretch this thing out in 3 weeks, a week. So you have 12 hours of content to stretch out. Even before that, even before that, you have at least 12 hours to make this stretch out, to make it intriguing. Every single week, we're instead getting Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in some type of variation match with Lyra Valkyria and Team Whoop Whoop. Has nothing to do with SummerSlam. We have Jey Uso feuding with the Judgment Day. Has nothing to do with SummerSlam. We have a Karrion Kross feuding with Xavier Woods. Has nothing to do with SummerSlam. We have Sheamus and Pete Dunne and Bronson Reed having all types of variation of matches every week. Has nothing to do with SummerSlam. So you have all of these things every week.
Abel, Beverly Brothers against the Wyatt Sicks.
And nothing to do with SummerSlam. Exactly. And even before that, we have them feuding with Otis and Tozawa and Maxine Dupree. Nothing to do with SummerSlam. And you have all of these every single week. All this stuff, all this time you're putting in pointless feuds that has nothing to do with SummerSlam. I don't even understand. Even Gable and the Creed brothers against the Wyatt Sicks, which again, no SummerSlam payoff. at least there's some intrigue to that from a standpoint of the fans. But who cares about Xavier Woods and Karrion Kross every single week?
Chris, all the year you were talking about running home, watching Global when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, listen, you got to understand something. We're supposed to forget all that. What wrestling was and how these things were built and baby faces and heels, and we're going to the big pay. They want you to forget all that, Chris.
Yeah.
All that is gone.
Yeah.
Forget this is the presentation today.
Yeah.
This is the way wrestling is presented today, bro.
Yeah. I just don't understand the logic of it, man. You're pushing all of these feuds through SummerSlam. I mean, you're supposed to book SummerSlam as one of your biggest for years, and even to this day, they said it's the biggest event of the summer. It's supposed to be the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. You're pushing all of these pointless feuds. Like the last impression we have on Raw before SummerSlam is Creed brothers, Otis and Tozawa, nothing to do with SummerSlam. Bronson Reed, Sheamus, nothing to do with SummerSlam. Jey Uso, Carlito, nothing to do with SummerSlam. Zelina Vega backstage promo, nothing to do with SummerSlam. The Miz hosting SummerSlam. Okay, we had an R2 segment about hors d'oeuvres. We have Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods. Nothing to do with SummerSlam. I mean, DeVille, Baszler, and Stark defeating Lyra Valkyria and Whoop Whoop. Nothing to do with SummerSlam. I mean, I don't get it. Damage Control coming back. Nothing to do with SummerSlam. Then they do another segment with cutting a promo for Damage Control that has nothing to do with SummerSlam, man. Help me understand this as someone who is a head writer. You get an opportunity to give us the hype before SummerSlam, and 90% of your content at the go-home show has nothing to do with SummerSlam. Help me understand the logic.
Chris, I will. Here's the most important thing about being a writer and writing. And I'm about to write my third book, bro. So it's not just about a television show or wrestling. It's across the board. Mm-hmm. Here's the number one thing, the most important thing of being a writer: structure. There is none, bro, because they're not writers. They're wrestlers. They're booking a lot of crap that doesn't matter. There is zero structure. Chris, I am still writing my shows. I got them here the same exact way. Here is the pay-per-view card. I got 4 or 5 weeks of television, and I'm working towards this card. Yes. Al Snow is doing it the same way with OVW. Yeah. That's structure, bro. Is every match on the pay-per-view, is it represented on this TV show? Go down the checklist. Represent, check. There's no structure here, Chris. Yeah. Zero.
And you have how many Raw matches on SummerSlam so far? Priest, Gunther, Liv, Rhea, Sammy, Braun, Punk, Drew. You've got 4 Raw matches on a 4-hour pay-per-view, and somehow you're supposed to, like, we're instead of spending so much time on making those must-see, you just throw in content that's basically you're booking for 2 separate events here. Like there's one for SummerSlam and there's another for the following Raw at this point. Like you have 2 different scripts here. Yeah. And somehow you're supposed to conflate them together and get excited about SummerSlam when the Raw was talking about the following Raw throughout the whole show.
Bro, that's why it was so important when I was consulting for the USA Network. Because all this stuff you're saying, I would explain to them. They have nobody doing that anymore, bro. And that's why you're just getting this mishmash. We'll do 1.8 million people, and we'll do that next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. Then maybe Roman will come back. Maybe we'll get a little bump for 2 weeks. We'll get a bump. We'll go back to 1.8 million. It's mediocrity, bro. It's just mediocrity. And guys, listen, man, to me, I count that. I check off every day of my life, and I don't got time for mediocrity, bro. I just don't. I just don't have time for it, man.
Same here, man. Same here. You know, as an Ohio State fan, if the coach and and the player, I mean, and the staff, if they were getting the same salary and never had to worry about losing their job, and everybody was coming every single week to buy the same inflated gate prices, the emphasis on winning games would be significantly less than having a really championship record every single year. That gets you more money. That gets you more people in the gate. That secures jobs. Like, here's the thing about just sports period, but specifically college football. Teams are willing to pay multi-million-dollar buyouts for a coach and terminate his contract early to get another coach in to help them win more games.
Yep.
Like that's how serious a team is. If there's a 10-year contract and the first 4 years you have a losing record, listen, if it's a $90 million buyout for the next 6 years, so be it. We're going to have to let you go. You know what I mean? Because we don't want you anymore. You're not producing what we paid you for, so we're willing to buy you out to get somebody better. If WWE is marking this thing as sports entertainment, why don't they have that type of competitive concept just like every other sport does?
You know, bro, it's funny, Chris, because I live in Colorado and we've got the lowly Rockies.
Yeah.
However, bro, you will go to, they don't spend any money on free agents. They don't do anything to improve the team. The owners are more busy with building up real estate around they could care less about the team. However, Coors Field is beautiful. The weather in Colorado is beautiful. So, bro, they sell a lot of tickets to their games. Mm-hmm. And you go to the games, bro, because you enjoy the environment, you enjoy the weather. It's Colorado. Everybody's laid back.
Yeah.
But year after year after year after year, they have a losing franchise. The owners do nothing about it. And my thing is, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, just so I can go out to, it's the same with going to a Raw show.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point? So I can go to that show and I can say I was there. And like, I don't know why am I watching this?
Yeah. I think a lot of those teams, they've conceded, especially, a lot of those franchises, unfortunately, they want to keep the money, in their pockets instead of, bring the right people in. But just think about legacy building. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about teams and they put the money in to build legacies, the 1990s Bulls, the Yankees, throughout football, the Reds, like they're willing to put the money in to build legacies. People, because the Bulls put the money in their franchise in the 90s. 30 years later, everybody's still talking about the 90s Bulls. So you got to put some money in. You got to do the work and bring the right people in to build legacies, man. And that's the thing. A lot of WWE doesn't care about that, man.
Bro, what? Come on, man. When you talk about an owner of any sports franchise, who's the one guy you name immediately, bro? Freaking George Steinbrenner.
Of course, yeah.
Steinbrenner was not there to waste his time. He had more money than you could ever imagine. He wanted to put a winner on the field. He was not going to settle for mediocrity, bro. And that's why, George Steinbrenner is a legend.
Yes.
This is a company, bro, that is, literally resting its laurels on mediocrity.
Yep, indeed. I agree. We have Taval $5. I think WWE just seeds every show that in WrestleMania for the house, as you guys have said,
Yep.
with no pay-per-view values anymore. There's no incentive.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Bingo.
There's no incentive.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's PLEs. It's monthly costs. It's you're going to have Peacock regardless. It's like we're not catering to people buying new subscribers to Peacock. Even there was a go home incentive when they had the network. You know what I mean? Like when they started to get to the point where they were desperate to say, hey, you get a free month. Even WrestleMania, if you get a free month if you have the network, they had the incentive. Now with the Peacock deal, and heck, man, it might even get worse with the Netflix deal, man, because of the deal was pretty lucrative. And with the buyout, for TKO, what's the incentive for people for new people to come? What's the incentive? It's like the Rockies that you were saying. Like, I mean, why spend all this money on building a legacy if we're just okay with stacking our pockets with the support?
And bro, and it's the same thing, bro. You'll go to the Rocky game, Chris. Same thing. You'll spend $14 for a beer.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, there you go, bro. It don't matter who's playing on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter at all, bro.
Yep, doesn't matter. And if Raw comes to your city, I don't know. I haven't watched Raw in 10 years, man. But it's coming to my city. I'll be there.
Bro, when we would go to wrestling shows, Chris, when I was growing up, what dictated to you going to the show? The card, bro. The card. Who is on the card, bro? Because if there aren't good matches on the card, we ain't going to the show. Yeah. Bro, tonight's matches would have sold that show. You would have got the matches to tonight's card and spent $2 on that show?
No. And I remember back in the day, man, when they would have the cards with the two faces of the big, the big names, and you would have the big names in the marquee, and then you would have little matches, the underneath the poster. Yeah.
Growing up in New York, bro, when they would do the show once a month at Madison Square Garden, right before the main event, Finkel gave you the card for next, and you waited, bro. And the people, when he would give the match, the people would go nuts, bro. During that last match, they were at the ticket counter buying tickets because Finkel would read that card. Oh my God, they were buying tickets.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Who would have paid 2 cents to see the bro? Well, I do got to give them this, bro. We got on New Balances, bro. Did you catch the New Balances today?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my God, bro. You got I can't even think of it. Shayna Baszler. Who's the other two?
Zoe Stark
and who's the other one?
Zoe Stark.
You didn't see this?
What's the segment with the Selena Vega?
Their gimmick. What they do now, bro? You don't see their gimmick?
I saw they
put their guns in.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Your guns in, bro. Yeah, that's worth a $200 ticket. Yeah. Anyway, let me run to the cash machine, bro. Let me get my $200 so I can see these three yahoos putting their guns in the middle. What are you
got Finkel with the mic dropping down, and we have Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville and. Who's the other? Shayna Baszler. Oh my God.
Oh my God. What match? Seriously, what one match on this show would you have paid for tonight? What one match on this show? Your hard-earned money, guys. You know what gas costs. You know what a loaf of bread costs, guys. You know you're buying the same food me and Dr. Christopher. What are you paying for here, bro?
Nothing. Yeah.
The best part of the show was freaking Jesse Ventura shows up, and because it's a different time, we don't even put him in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. He's not even in the ring.
Nothing.
the former governor of Minnesota. He's more over to Minnesota than Raw is any day of the week. You don't even utilize him in a spot, man.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
At all, man.
Unbelievable.
No sense at all. Let's see. There it is. There
Come on,
it is.
Chris, put your gun in. Come on, Sports Key to Nation, put your guns in, guys. Put your guns in. All right. Okay. We got it.
That'll sell some tickets for next week. I remember watching Continental Wrestling Association with Lance Russell,
Yeah.
Dave Brown. They used to be the announcers, and they used to go like, hey, we got a doozy in Evansville, and Lance Russell, man, he'll have the card. Yeah, we've got the Soul Taker against Dirty Dutch Mantel. We got Bill Dundee. They would just go down the card, the entire match, and they would show like the cities that they're going to, within the next few weeks, man.
But this is it, bro. Listen, give credit where credit is due, because Triple H said they're selling the brand and not the stars. Because my point is, if they would have announced this week's card at last week's show,
right?
How in your right mind would you have bought a ticket, bro? But what are they selling? The WWE and the atmosphere and the environment and the brand and bro, you go spend your hard-earned money on that. I'll watch it on TV, bro.
Yes, indeed. We have let's see. T-Bone, $5. Who was the most difficult to work with, Stephanie McMahon Levesque or Dixie Carter Salinas, or both? And what made Linda McMahon successful, Vince?
Well, I didn't work with the older Stephanie McMahon. I worked with the younger Stephanie. So I don't know how Mrs. Levesque was to work with, so I couldn't say. Dixie was hard to work with, man, because bro, Vince understood when he was a character on the show. Vince understood that Vince had to get to 50 other people. So Vince didn't expect to take 3 hours of my time. And you would tell Vince stuff one time, and that was it. That was it one time. Dixie, oh my God, bro. You had to spend so much time with her on every single show. Linda McMahon was successful because she was very, 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 very smart. Nice. Very smart.
Follow-up question from T-Bone. Jenny Buss does better on WOW than with the Lakers. Is she a part of I think she means
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Women of wrestling? I don't know.
That's what I think. That's what I think he means, women of wrestling. I thought AJ Lee had something to do with women of wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, where we're at. Jey Uso, Carlito. Braun Breaker's promo was good. His video promo, I did like that.
Yeah.
I wish they would have. I don't understand how they do these promos, which actually hypes them up, and then they have him be in some whack spot. They did the same with Priest. Like, he stands out and like, yeah, man, it's a compliment that I'm from the streets, blah, blah, blah. And then a few seconds later, he's with another video game. I think we're at another week with video games.
Although these were brutal this week, bro.
Yeah.
These were brutal.
Bad, man. And it's like, how do you represent or how do you protect someone's brand like a Priest, and you have him look like a legitimate star with that video promo, and then in reality have him be a part of this ugly looking chaotic Judgment Day stuff? Same thing with Braun Breaker. You have him cut this killer promo, and then you have him being taken out by Sami Zayn. I mean, like, within the same night, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But what makes it so bad to me, what makes this so predictable, is that you had Priest have the upper hand, you had Sami Zayn have the upper hand. I think it's safe to say that the other person will be winning, the match for that, which I think it's clear that Breaker is going to win, and I think it made it clear with Priest getting the upper hand at the end that Gunther is probably going to win the match. What do you think?
Did he have the upper hand? I don't even remember
He was
because
beating the brakes off of Gunther, man.
oh, was he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it should be booked, but who knows anymore, bro? You know?
Yeah. We got the Zelina Vega attacked by DeVille, Stark, and Baszler. I mean, Vince, what does this have to do with SummerSlam, man?
Nothing.
What does it have? Why do we care about Zelina Vega really at all, based on how they've booked her?
Because bro, you know what they're trying to do. Here's what they're trying to do, bro. Zelina Vega is now Sasha Banks. That's
really?
exactly what they're trying to do, bro. Wow. Exactly. 1000%.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like Zelina, man, but just the charisma isn't really as much as what Sasha portrayed to be in the WWE. As far as how they booked her, I mean, she has potential, but this had to be definitely a knockoff of Sasha Banks. The Miz hosting SummerSlam, Prosper R-Truth. T-Bone said yes, Jenny Bus.
There you go. Okay.
Nice. Cool. Karrion Kross, Xavier Woods. So Kofi Kingston, he wrestles the Japan event, the tour, but he re-aggravated his injury, so he's not. So they had to say that for the sake of the Raw. Again, you're booking two separate shows again.
Right. Yep. No structure, bro. There's no structure. None.
So he's going to be coming back to all the house shows, and they'll show him, and they'll be like, "Yeah, man, sorry, he re-aggravated his injury once again. Every time they do the live show, he re-aggravates his injury. They should make that like a walking gimmick, man.
Yeah. And
he should just come out as a heel, injured every week." And then only do house shows in front of the crowd, man. That would be at least something. Give me something with this, man. Who cares? Even if I was thinking about this while I was watching this, even if Xavier Woods joins the Final Testament, let's just say the payoff is that. Who cares? Who cares if he joins the Final Testament?
Nobody cares about any of it, bro. Nobody cares about any of it, bro.
No. Do you see Wyatt Sicks Final Testament?
How much a ticket's going to be for that, bro?
It's going to double. Yeah, it's going to double, man.
Who cares, bro? They're wrestling the Beverly Brothers next week, and they're going to be 3 freaking wrestlers. That's it. It's over.
Vince, unless they squash Gable and the Creed brothers,
they ain't squashing nobody,
which
bro.
They probably won't.
No.
Again, man, how does this translate into a match? If it's not a squash, it's further ruining the entire project to me.
Yep.
It's
going to be 50-50.
If it's 50, you're going to spend all this time. Like, that would be horrible, Vince. First of all, the Creed brothers, you're setting this up, and Otis and Tozawa just leaves, and now they're job guys, essentially. They're enhancement talent. No payoff to Otis. Every single week you try to pump him up. There's no turn. He for weeks he just walked away because he wanted to pay allegiance to Chad Gable. No payoff to that. And now you have the Creed brothers and Chad Gable getting spooked at all the bells and whistles of the Wyatt Sicks, and then a regular match happens next week where it's 50-50. Like, that demotes the Wyatt Sicks so much, because essentially they're like, this is it. Oh, they're okay.
Bro, think about this, because you were about to say, Chris, you want to spend all this time. Bro, think about the money they've spent on this.
Yes.
They spent more money on this by far than anything else. And all you're going to have, bro, is what was the group? What was the group that were throwing?
Retribution.
That's it. Yep. It's a retribution replay, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah. And again, like I said, man, if they couldn't land it well, if they couldn't hit the target when Bray was alive, I mean, how do they think they can hit the target when he's not, man? I don't. In honor of him, I can respect them bringing in Bo. I can respect that.
I got
but at the same time, man, like I said, you've got to go all out and reel it back in, man. They just keep coming short. You don't have anything to reel in if you keep coming short.
Yeah.
Go all out, man. Just spend the time. Have a separate writing staff for the Wyatt Sicks. I mean, just like when Gerwitz came back for The Rock and booking his segments, you should have a specific person or people booking for the Wyatt Sicks.
But here's the problem, Chris. Here is the problem. And it's when they have brought in Hollywood writers. Okay, bro. So we got Hollywood writers and they're writing all this stuff for the Wyatt family. But then, bro, eventually it's going to get to the match.
Yep.
And that's where you have the wrestling people say, we'll take it from here. What do you know about wrestling? We'll take it from here. And they will take it from here next week.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to get.
Exactly. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have a 50-50 match. You're probably going to have the Wyatt Sicks winning at the end and you're doing their whole gimmick.
Yep.
But again, I've been saying this every week. How does this translate into a match? And unless they do a squash match, it will not be of any benefit, man, to have them do 50-50.
Right.
T-Bone $2. AOP with carrying cross is very, very boring. Yeah, nothing. No payoff, man. Zoo Bears in the building, $10. Z's just woke up. More concerned missing this show than Raw. Thanks, Raw, for the sleep. After seeing Rollins tonight, I was like, this show wasn't worth my time. No wonder the show got demoted to Sci-Fi. Yeah, for the next 2 weeks, man, demoted to Sci-Fi. Is it Olympic related?
Yes, there were Olympics on USA. Yes.
Liv Morgan cutting a promo. The Deville Baszler Stark defeating Lyra Valkyria and T-Woo. Put him in. Put him in.
Put him in, everybody. Come on, put him in. That's the new.
Put him in. Come on, I want to see. I want to see everybody put the guns. Give me some gun emojis on the chats, man. Come on, SK Nation. Put him in. Put him in.
Unbelievable.
We get a damage control return. Crowd was completely flat on this. Again, you have two heel factions against each other as if the crowd is supposed to do something.
And I don't care about any one of these 6 people.
Yeah.
I don't care about any one of them, bro.
They haven't made them interesting for us to care. Come on, y'all. Let me see the guts. Oh, nice. They're lowered up, ladies and gentlemen.
When I saw them putting their guns in, I'm like, how long did it take you guys to come up with that in the back? I want to be in on that conversation, bro. How putting your guns in is going to get you over, bro. I want to be part of that conversation.
They probably 5 minutes before coming out, man, like what's our thing?
Remember the Riot Squad, bro, used to run to the ring and stop. And remember that, all those things that got all these people over, bro.
Oh man, I'm loving it. I gotta put all of y'all over here, but all the guns up. I can put all the guns. Let's go. All the guns.
Yes.
All the guns. Guns up. Let's go. Nice.
Unbelievable. These are grown, bro. These are grown adults, bro. Do you understand that? That's like Mr. Perfect putting his gun in. You ever see Kurt Hennig put his gun in, bro? Kurt Hennig. Oh my God.
Perfect. Oh, I love it. Give me that Meltzer. I know you're ready for it. There it is. We have Damage Control cutting 2/3 of the promo in Japanese.
That one girl thinks she's so over, and she couldn't be any less over.
Which one?
As Road Dogg would say, bless her heart, because Road Dogg told me 2 years ago I was really gonna like her. I'm still waiting.
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai thinks she is so over, and
Yes.
she is not over.
She has
at
a
all.
weird, she has like a weird look, like when they're taking when they're doing the whole shot of them attacking someone, she'll just look around like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, isn't that like a weird? Isn't that like a weird? That's so weird. Like,
Exactly.
it seems it seems like she's made it. Like,
Bro, I was looking at the same thing. I'm
like,
saying to myself, you think you're so nobody cares about you. No one cares.
and they pan on the crowd, and every time she does that, look, nobody's doing it. They're like this is the reaction to her doing the look. They're scrolling on their phones.
Chris, do you want to know how you know nobody cares?
What's that? How's that?
When they got to the very end, and it was Gunther and Priest, and they were fighting in the people.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see, bro? What did you see? All you saw was this.
Yes.
That's all you saw.
Yes.
Bro, they're taking pictures so
Yes.
they can show the people at work tomorrow that they don't care what's going on. Bro, if you're into something, if you're really into something, you're not doing this because you don't want to miss it.
If it's 4th and inches at a house game, I'm not going to have my phone out.
That's it. They're all doing this, bro.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
telling you they don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all about I was there. That's what it's all about. It's all about
Chris. Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yep. Gunther defeating Balor, choking him out, and then that led to Priest coming out and beating up Gunther. What a way to make Gunther look less intimidating than he has been over the past several years. Now he's just getting beat up by Priest, who hangs out with.
I just think, bro, we have gotten to a point, bro, where like I swear, man, when I was writing and we would have like an ex WWE star come on the show. I remember when I was writing and freaking Shaq just showed up backstage. And bro, this is before Shaq was doing anything. And I was like, bro, I'm getting him on the show. I can't believe, bro, Jesse Ventura. We see a shot of him talking to. If you would have put Jesse Ventura in that ring with a microphone, he would have been the best thing on this entire show.
Wouldn't it make sense? Like, as a journalist, Vince, I'm thinking of what can cause us to transcend the wrestling bubble, even if it's tomorrow, right? The headline for news outlets would be former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura appears on a Raw ring. Like, wouldn't that, like, from a standpoint of publicity, wouldn't you want to include that into your show to get out of the wrestling bubble for at least a week?
He's not young and he's not hip. Meanwhile, there was a boxer or a fighter or something on SmackDown. I had no idea who the dude was, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, I'm sure he's over. I'm sure he's very popular. I had no idea who the dude was.
Yeah. Zubair, $5, trying to recap Raw. Got to tell you, waking up 20 minutes throughout the show, I was like, he comes out. Me, it's like, kill me, I think is what he said. Although Liv not on the show after going viral last week. Yeah, oh, that's a good point too. You know, she went viral last week when she turned around and showed the behind. That was a viral thing for last week. And like, you capitalize on that by having her be a scorned lover, as if we don't know the payoff of this is that Dom was going to side with her at
Chris,
SummerSlam.
let me explain something to you. And this is what all the talent on this show do not understand. Bro, let's be honest. if you take both of these shows combined, and I am being generous, I am being very, very generous. If you take all these people on these two shows combined, you've got 10 pros.
Mm-hmm.
You got 10 pros, bro. Period. 10 pros. People don't understand, bro. Chris, the WWE are content creators just like you and I. I do Russo's brand every day. You do pancakes and power slams, bro. Here's the only difference, Chris. They got a hell of a lot more money than we do.
Of course.
So they can pay wrestlers to be on their content. That's
True.
all it is, bro.
Yeah.
None of these people are over. Dakota Kai should be on a podcast with 3 other girls, bro. Yeah. None of these people are over. The WWE takes them. We got the cash. We're going to put you on our content. Yeah. That's all it is. And when you get hurt, bro, we'll bring in the next guy. And then you bring in the next guy and you bring in the next guy. Because, bro, if I had to challenge you to name 10 stars between the two shows, you would be reaching, bro. Reaching. The rest of all this, guns in, whoop, whoop, the rest, it's fodder. It is fodder, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah. I agree with you 100% with that, man. Zubair, $10. Dr. Chris, if you appear in the media scrum, please represent us, the fans, and ask the real questions, not the marquee ones about ratings, problems with the show, etc., or criticisms. You know, it's interesting, man, because I will be, but I'm thinking in my head like, ooh, man, they probably don't want to give me the mic, but it'll probably be, as someone with a degree in PR, I know how to ask questions that people, that's my goal. Let's ask questions that would be difficult to spin. And if it's a criticism question of, what's your game plan? Well, I think I have a question for Triple H. I think I have a question for Triple H that I think that he probably won't be able to spin.
Bro, before you ask Triple H the question, for everybody here at Sportskeeda, when they put the mic in front of Chris. Yeah, I got it, Chris, right here. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. They're gonna use Hollywood's mic.
Nice.
When they put the mic in front of Chris, here's what you gotta say before you get to the question.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, shout out to my girls, man, Zoe Starks, Cecil B. DeMille, Shayna Baszler. Guns in, man, guns in. Then ask the question.
That's it. Guns in.
Guns in, man, guns in, and then ask the question, Chris. Can you do that for us?
For the SK Nation, we're gonna do guns in, man. We're gonna do guns in,
guys. Guns in, bro. They did it twice too. They did it, Chris. They did it before they did it before the match, and they did it after they beat up Zelina Vega.
I saw the match one, but I don't remember the
We're gangsters, bro. We're gangsters.
We're gangsters. We have Rollin, $2. Bud Crawford.
I have no idea. Do you know who that is, Chris?
I don't.
I had no idea who that was, bro.
I'll let him know about the brand, my man.
Yeah, guys, if you've never been a Patreon member, go to patreon.com/Russo TWC right now. Get a free week of the brand. Costs you absolutely nothing.
Yes, indeed. We got Zubair. Doctor asks about Russo to Triple H LL. Whoop whoop. You know what? I may. I may. I think it'll be interesting. But clearly, people watch this and they're like, "Yeah, don't give that guy the mic." So we'll see what happens there. This guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is the Legion of Raw. Have a good night, buddy. Solo. Guns out. Let me see some more guns, man. Let me see.
Come on, you're my gangsters.
Come on, before we go, let me see some more guns. Come on, y'all. Come on, we see some. There we go.
Bro, you guys know, they're making a shirt with the guns.
Yes, you already know.
You know that's going to be in Shop Zone, bro. Yes.
So